Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 and part 17 of our Wulfrik the Wanderer Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, Wulfrik and his elite champions are here to face off against Clan Moulder's defenders. They are at Hellpit. Once more, they stand against us. The auto-resolve would give us a close victory and actually slay none of our own, but would have a medium casualties. And there are several armies of rats kind of nearby. This is one turn later exactly. They sacked Yenich up to the north. We'll see that in just a moment. No more armies were lost, and we've done some recruiting as well as some renaming here. So we, of course, have Soul Crusher, the War Mammoth, and then the main protagonist, Donnie, is the Feral Mammoth. So Feral Mammoth Donnie has been renamed. We have one more over in the other army that has a War Mammoth, and we're getting two more as well. So a whole bunch of mammoths coming on in. Should be a good time. But we know the general map for Hellpit. We'll take a quick look. This is going to be a tier 5 settlement instead of 6. Still has some nasty walls. We're going to want to get through as quickly as we can and get in on these rats, terrify them on a way, and end the battle. Right then. We'll start deployment, and actually it looks like this position here is pretty much the weakest. There's only a tower pointing out here, one here, and this one's going the other direction. Hit that point, or we can kind of do what we normally do. I always say that's the weakest, and I come look over here and I see just the single tower. Nah, this is what we're going to go for. We'll have Wulfrik up front, Jurgesh as well, and actually going to try to keep all of the rats up on this top portion. I don't want any down here at all. We're going to keep all of the boys together. That is the maximum tier tower, so we'll have Wulfrik leading the charge. He has the most... Oh, hang on now. We could use this boy here, make him real mad. He has way more damage resistance than anyone else. We have to get in pretty much free of damage. Let's bring Donnie on over as well. Doesn't have quite as much armor, so we don't want him to be taking the hits. All of the champions and marauders. We'll get them in a position they need to in a moment. Is it Javelin Men? I think we're going to keep them kind of on two sides, though. Just because the rats kind of keep us positioning strange. Lots of rocks over here. We'll have these lads as such.
Yes, Lord.
And then we'll have a group of champions in the front. And then you two like such. Perfect, just to keep them safe from any of the Menace Below summons. And then we'll kind of do the same thing over here. These two javelins, run them apart. They just kind of put one in front. And then the great weapons behind. Perfect. Skin wolves. And then the javelin men. We'll just kind of keep them even further back. They're definitely the squishiest targets we have. This battle started. You lead the charge. Go ahead and activate your Enrage once they do start firing. Yeah, go ahead and do it now. Just in time. Should bounce a little bit of that off. Just so we don't have to worry about actually micro-dodging there, which the mammoths have a really hard time doing since they're so slow. Mammoths are moving on in, and actually we're going to go ahead and skin the skin wolves around the other side. With the javelin cavalry also kind of waiting. We'll just have the skin wolves go the other way there. Mammoths are in. Keep Wulfrik back then. A little unfortunate the mammoths don't have Wall Breaker. Hopefully that can change at some point when the Norskins get their rework. Their much needed rework. Oh really? Donnie, it's dinner time. There's some clan rats for you. Alright, let's try to keep them from getting blasted apart there by the towers, because that's a lot of unfortunate casualties I don't want. Get back over here to our mage. Activate the old Shades. See how many we can bring down in one summon. Here's their lord there, the Storm Vermin. We'll drop it here. How does it go? Oh, not bad at all. Got most of the unit there. You poor fools. They were Storm Vermin. No longer. Now they're mostly pieces. Not a bad casting there. We'll go ahead and grab everyone then, send them right on in. Attack that mutant ogre. We'll go ahead and keep you back just a bit. You don't have nearly as much health as the others, but Wulfrik can easily bring down. Still getting blasted out by those walls there. Let's bring them slightly over. The rats got in the way. Activate the ability. We'll drop in the Frostworm scale as well. Anyone wants to clump up, gonna have a real bad day. Dragesh, they think you weak. Little do they know. Bring back around and jump these Night Runners. Mammoth actually took a good fair bit of damage there fighting those clan rats. It was probably also being blasted out by the walls. Let's move the lads in now. Skin Wolves did fine. We'll bring these guys forward as well. You two move to just start chopping on those gates. They continue to summon in fools here. We are not afeared. See if they'll join the fight now as well. We'll drop in some more Pit of Shades just on here. All of the terror going out. Go ahead and rage you up one more time there. There are no lords here, so we can't actually get any benefits from that. You guys through those gates? Almost. Not like we really, really need it. You jump the Mutant Ogre there. Come back in on this group. Keep bullying the big rat. I will drop the Melkos on the Mutant Rat Ogre, just a little bit more damage. Not really meant to be hit on him, but any amount of damage we can get. Brood Horrors fleeing. Perfect. Let's get everyone working together against this Mutant Ogre while all the other rats there flee.
That's what the
Bring these guys
bid.
up.
Quick!
You two will actually take too long to do that, so let's go ahead and just set a unit up on the walls.
Raid the walls!
They shouldn't have anyone fast enough to actually help out, so should be no problem.
Yes,
You jump these clan rats here, these Night Runners.
yes, Lord.
Javelins. Let's get up on the walls, throw stuff down.
This place.
They are through the gates. Perfect. We'll claim the supply location. You guys should be easily bodying this this poor innocent mutant rat ogre. 4 mammoths. Well, he's not quite mammoth here yet. If this was Pokemon, I'm sure he would evolve into something mammoth-esque. And the mutant ogre's gone. Got all these other guys that are gonna sprint on across the way there and just get run over. You go smush those rats. While your brothers take the point. Skin Wolf charge. Battle of the Wolves. Not one I think the Wolf Rats can probably handle. Yeah, their health bars are blending away pretty quickly. Anyone that wants to come on across and fight Wulfrik can do so. Have you guys, instead of coming on up on top of the walls, let's stand over here off to the side and bring in the Axemen.
We want their eyes!
Wulfrik squad can keep moving in. Marauder champions, yeah, just start working. Everyone needs some kills. Alpha squad, go across the bridge there. Summoning some more clan rats. We're taking a little bit of ticky damage on the way across, unfortunately. Let's move them through in on the leadership point. Fastest way to break the rats. Taking lots of chip damage from
Get them!
those towers there. They opened up the gates for us. What fools. Charge on in.
Mortal fool!
Slay the storm vermin.
Then flee! We want
Oh, those marauders are getting destroyed.
kill the Summoners!
Oh, they shut the doors on them too. That's disrespectful. They should be going up and over the gates though. No problem. Team Wulfrik, keep moving. Charge on in next to these clan rat spears.
Slaughter!
Should just run right through the line. No problem at all. We'll come up here and drop the Frostworm scale. They claim this point just fine. Go ahead and turn back around then. Smash that group of goblins. What happened to my armored skin wolves? Oh, I got the wrong group, that's why. You go ahead and charge in. armored boys, you come on over and help out against these gobos. That should also be a really quick fight. Hey, he's ready to wah. The icy depths. Beautiful. Now Donnie's raging out. He's an angry boy. You don't want to see him when he's angry. Hey, there he is. We found him. You're not chucking some javelins down. Storm Vermin were defeated by the combined effort. Let's move on in and just hunt down these Night Runners. You boys move and claim this position. Oh, never mind. The rats wave the white flag. Slaughter commence. A decisive victory, 695 kills going to Wulfrik. The man is an absolute monster. Our other mammoth gained 231, and Donnie just surpassed him, of course, with 319. Foolish soul crusher. Alright, we have captured Hell Pit. We could sack it for only 7,000, which is, I mean, it's a fair amount, but it would cost way more to upgrade Hell Pit further, so we're going ahead and occupy it as is. Keep the rats from having their main settlement there, and we gain a student for it. Gain many students. Some Bear Something Berserkers, and then the Black Blood Pass falling under our control. Lovely. So instead of a tier 5 settlement, it has been dropped down to a tier 3. Or I guess a tier 4 to a tier 3, which is entirely fine. We can go for the Ruinous Altar, which is also pretty good. The Ruinous Kiln, I don't care for. We'll go ahead and dismantle this one. More Shamans is always good. More Chariots has not been proving very useful for us. We definitely want walls and Hell Pit as soon as we can.
Speak.
And then for Wulfrik there, some new skill points. I think we'll just go for the final point into Beast Slayers. We'll have to have a final confrontation with Throt
I am the Wanderer.
any minute now. Alright, Durgesh. Actually, it's probably a good idea to go for a Stimulate Growth there. And then we can start giving him his Mentor. Hasn't really been taking too many magic. Oh, this is for missile. He hasn't really been taking any missile attacks either, so not really concerned with his Aura of Chaos for now. If we see him getting shot at by cannons or anything of the like, we'll definitely see about giving him some extra padding. Throg is also moving on in. Basically, we are at the end of the turn. Everyone's been moved around. Only one battle was with Wulfrik, so he was down here in Kislev. Decided we definitely need to have both of our legendary lords working together to stamp out these rats. They sacked Yedich and then fled on away. I'm not going to go ahead and rebuild it just because they're definitely nearby. We've got some more troops recruited in with Thorhole here, and we're actually going to bring him out. Or no. Probably a good idea to leave him where he's at, and then just recruit up some more Marauders. We've got him a couple of ancillaries to give his Marauders a bit more recruit rank, just one for now. Was looking through to see if there's any others that allow us to recruit them for cheaper. More casualties. Recruitment cost minus 2%, it's not bad. We'll snag this while we're at. This is on Eggle. Give me. Eggle is recruiting no one at the moment. Perfect. Nothing else here is for recruiting, though. The Kurgan Chieftain is from sacking. Slave Dancers is actually for recruiting cost as well. So let's grab this because that's on Jurgesh. Yes, I do need dancers. Perfect. Our recruitment should be quite a bit cheaper now. As cheap as we can get it. Let's grab two more of the really angry Berserkers. I don't want to wait the 2 turns for the champions. These guys are perfectly fine against fighting the rats. That anti-infantry and their just sheer desire to murder things is working out for them pretty well. Once we have a little bit more gold, we'll go for some trolls. I don't want the normal trolls. If anything, we're going to go for the ice ones just for that frostbite attack and a little bit more armor piercing. Anything they impact, I really don't want them to be getting away. As for our other lords, Eggle, we are trying some interesting maneuvers. We've snuck on around Conquata. I've gone in March stance to see if we can lure Humongous out. I don't think we're going to. And then there's a secondary army here led by Leif Hallstad, and we're going to be destroying the Isle of the Whites and making Leif here homeless. They are definitely going to swing on over and attack Arnau. I'm not really so concerned about this at all. They can have Arnau and Wrecker's Point for all I care about them two. But we're going to have Cormac kind of move over as fast as he can and raid Middenheim just to progress our monster hunt forward. That way we can grab the final tier 1 item there with the giant Cygor eyeball and start working down towards the tier 2 monster hunts that we've just now unlocked here with the Ragnarok eggs and some of these other more exciting ones. The Stinky Giant Club. An awesome explosion. And then the Forest Dragon Fang. Ooh, fighting the Forest Dragon army is probably going to be a nasty fight. We'll pull on out of there, though. And take a quick look at our technology. We basically just unlocked the one with the beast for the tier 2 monster hunts. And actually what we're going to do is grab this final bit of monster hunt. So we have them all ready to go. And then we can start working on some of these more dedicated technologies down here. Finally, we got to move some of our new heroes. So we've got another Bale Fiend. We'll bring them over as well.
Harbinger of war.
So we can get you some free experience there, Tar.
I'll take them.
Do it. You failed, and we're going to make him mad for it. An excellent idea. All right, Herdjall, we'll bring you to join up with Carl. Carl's getting himself a new Rip-O Mammoths. We'll have 2 more coming on in 3 turns. And then, yeah, Eggle's Mammoth we have renamed to Big Business. And he shall be bringing the boom. We'll skip through, pass out the commandment to Black Blood Pass. We'll go for... Is there any that give us more replenishment rate? Does not look like it. That's fine. Let's actually go ahead and venerate the 4 to drop the Skaven Corruption down as fast as we can. And we'll switch it on over to Marauders to Builders once we're there. We'll skip over the damaged buildings and end the turn. And Thrott's Ratty Self is moving on over to yet another settlement, so Nav Chazi here is not really going to be able to defend itself much. I could fight this one and see if I could do a little bit more damage to them, but they've got several single entity monsters here, and Thrott can summon in some Rat Ogres, so our meager, paltry force of Marauders here would get run over pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and hand this one off to the auto-resolve, and we'll be back with a vengeance. Of course, Nav Chazi was looted, and they stole a good deal of gold. Settlement was lost as well. Surely there's no rats lurking in these ruins, and actually this gives me a good opportunity to do a lot of raising. Felman's back. Lovely. Look at Throg claiming back the cursed city of Prague. See how many rats here defending. Oh, just a few. It's actually giving us a Pyrrhic victory. Medium casualties. You know that's going to be brutal. That's absolutely not what would happen, but I'm keen on not fighting another battle in the Under Empires for now, so we'll go ahead and auto-resolve. Wasn't quite as bad as it said it would be, but good grief, we took some casualties. Like it's just some normal clad rats. We will occupy Prague as is, since it's such a powerful settlement. You definitely don't want this Skaven to have it. Free an enemy is a fatal mistake. Better to free them of their head. The drop in enemy leadership is always welcome. The cursed city is under our control. With a plague. We'll destroy the Marauder building there and do the same thing where we venerate the 4 just to get the Chaos Corruption up as fast as we can. Get the control fully under control, I guess. Or you there, Grydle. Give you the Natural Thirst final point. Get that health as high as we can. For Vigo, who is actually over here with Eggle, we will give you a Foe Seeker. So you can zoom around a little faster. Or Vig. Let's go for training. You have not seen combat just yet, so that passive training buff is going to be nice.
Immediately.
Hell Pit definitely needs some walls. I was going to see what the Cultist Camp did for the animals did, though. A bit income. 32 exotic animal cages, 20 growth, and then 2 more bonus V-Large from Marauder Hunters and Spearmen, and cavalry units for all armies. Oh, that's awesome. This is just training against the animals. A little bit disturbing, but still pretty awesome. Well, in that case, I may get rid of this Ruinous Altar for now. Because at the tier 1, it doesn't actually give you any ability for the Shaman Sorcerer. We'll drop this one on out. We'll put in the walls because we need that more.
Yes.
We'll have Wulfrik come on in. And I actually think Throg can handle Thrott as is. And we'll have Thorhul here kind of defend the temple. We move out too much and we'll get attacked by the rats. Not keen on having my poor Marauders get massacred in an ambush. Kislev is not defended, but it has got some paltry forces there. Keep you in march. And we're going to sprint through as fast as we can to Middenheim. We're gonna have to raid Festus, which is gonna probably not make him very happy. Would make me happy. We'll stay at his lands there so we can actually maybe get some replenishment, or at least be perfectly safe. We've done lots of raising over here. Too bad the AI is not willing to offer you settlements. Like the Chaos ones when you were playing as Norska. Try to get in your good graces. The pottery camp would be nice. You have some defensive supplies faction-wide. Again, I think we need to go for the walls. Just to keep Erengrad safe. Makes me sad, but such is the way.
My challenge? Undeniable.
Alright, we're not going to leave the Hell Pit province too far because I'm not trying to get it ambushed randomly by Throt. He can kind of zoom back over. In the Under Empire, no one knows where he comes from. Stay here kind of on this tri-corner. And once we know where he is, we should have no trouble. Alright, Throg. We will... wanted to round out your forces while we're here. I've already got the one unit of Famir. One more would be great, but the Famir take 2 turns to actually recruit on in. So we'll just go for some more ice trolls. And max his Arbion out. Alright, Eggle. Our gambit has paid off, but Be'lakor is coming on back over with a vengeance. Let's get you in on the Isle of the Whites.
You have my favor.
And better. A pitiful defense force. Smush. Well done, lads. We will occupy this as is. No reason to sack this perfectly good Norscan settlement. Already decorated up nicely for us.
Overrun the world.
Alright, so the Isle of Whites has itself a Raiders camp. We can delete the one at the Citadel of Lead. Actually, I think we'll delete both. We'll put in the walls here at the Isles of the Whites and prepare to weather the storm. We may just flee. This is just kind of Eggle being an absolute nuisance. We'll kind of see what Be'lakor's rolling with, depending on how dangerous that guy is. Ritualistic Fury gives him quite a bit of melee attack. We'll go ahead and give him that. He's not an absolute pansy in battle. Arms a little bit less noodly.
Slaughter the sheep.
Alright, perfect. Hopefully we can get these guys attritioning down to where they're completely useless for them. And then it's just Be'lakor and his squad of demons. Excuse me, how are you marked? How did you get enough skills? This man somehow was able to sit in the settlement and train up enough. Okay, we're going to have to definitely deal with Zajar. He has got 2 Feral Bastillodons and a bunch of Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers. I mean, the Gobos are not really dangerous, but the Bastillodons always are. Alright, Carl, we need those mammoths. We need them now. You leave. Or else. He's going all the way around. Fair enough, I sent you after Cormac, but it seems like it would be faster to go out through the Bay of Blades and across. So let's do that instead. Garrison Lord not moved. Ooh. Good old Thorhole. Yeah, well, that's because it's dangerous out there.
The crow directs me. I submit.
We'll jump into ambush. Save some gold.
You say something.
I want you to come over here and join Carl.
Gimme, gimme.
Gimme. Chicken tendies. Skip over that. Skip over our building upgrades trying to bankrupt my monies. I'm really not looking forward to having to raid the Fecondites. That's going to make them very upset with us. But listen, buddies, we need to find the location of the beast. You don't understand. Alright then. Let's get kneecapping. Got a whole bunch more plagues. That is lots of fun. Do we benefit from those plagues at all? The ones coming from the Fecondites, or are these just becoming an extreme annoyance? Where are all of our plagues coming in at? So the ones at Wrecker's Point, what are these doing? Yeah, so Nurgle Corruption does give us growth. I don't mind that at all. The plagues are extra growth and less control. So we do lose a bit of control. That I don't mind so much. We can kind of balance it out. Whole bunch of plagues. Lovely. He's doing that on purpose. Those were handed out to us. Tailor-made.
The eternal
That's fine, though. Looks like Morphic's hiding out. I bet you anything that... Excuse me? Torox, how are you, good friend? Very unfriendly. I tear off head, I bathe in blood, I end your tribe. You know what? Bring it. You and what army? Is Dusty at war with? Krakadrin. Is he just trying to take a shortcut out around? Slaves of Tsar? You're lucky that Astrogoth isn't there. Guess they're out there doing Astrogoth's work. They're coming over here to sack Nog Chelsea. I'm interested. A bunch of strange armies coming on around the mountains there. Alright, Throg. As we know they're nearby, we'll probably bring Wulfrik on over to help. Bring him in March stance. Them two together will be a pretty incredible auto-resolve value. Finish off the rat. Alright, so it's not going to March. We'll bring Throg forward first. Good. And then we'll bring Wulfrik in March. Right alongside. He will waddle on over on his mammoth and we'll bring war to the rats. Oh, he flees. What cowardice. Flees just enough to still reinforce, though.
Carrying it out.
Right, you jump in on Volksgrad, where we figure Throth the Unclean would be hiding. We'll surround the city. We'll finish off this rat here and now. You move in to actually reinforce. Please? Yes. We'll have ourselves a proper fight then. Close victory with medium casualties. Do we lose anyone? Ooh, the answer is no. But that would be weak. Let's have ourselves a right proper bashing with Clan Molder. Throt has been rampaging in our lands for far too long. Battle. Right then. Well, that didn't work. Went in for the battle with Throt, and there was a full game crash. So thankfully we had an autosave right before, and we managed to get things back. Only difference is that this fool here is no longer an army of Torox, so we don't have to deal with the Brass Bull. We have to deal with some Savage Orcs from Cathay. So the physical resistance on them is actually going to probably be a bit of a problem. We'll see how much more dangerous these guys are than a bunch of angry cows. Decided to move Thorhole on over and also just do some raiding. Changes nothing on the battle itself, but we can bring Throg on in. Start things up. Guess we'll take the quick look at the terrain that we did not last time. Scout things out. Pools of water. And then some trees. Cool, so we have at least lots of kind of things to break up the rats' formations with. The most dangerous unit definitely going to be those Rattling Guns, but let's get this battle going. Right then, let's get to the deployment. Although it takes more than crashes to stop Wulfrik's army here. Let's grab Throg. I think we want to deploy kind of near one of these two lakes, so we can slow down a huge majority of his army is going to be infantry-sized. We have some ourselves, but a lot of them are javelins and kind of just can stand there and throw stuff. They've got a whole heap of Night Runners themselves and some Skaven Slave Slings, so on our very light armored Marauders, they're actually going to be doing pretty sizable damage. Those rocks do a lot more against flesh than armor. We will go ahead then, and I think we'll deploy. Really tough call. I think we'll deploy over on this side since there's a lot more water and a couple more obstacles. And it mess up their pathing a little bit more. Let's go Berserker, Great Weapon, Marauder, Great Weapon, Berserker. See if it actually will do it. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and grab them and spread them apart just a bit. So we need to get them a little bit further away from this side here. Because they do have a numbers advantage, at least to start. We'll want the lads kind of spread out in case they decide to move on over. Perfect. Then we'll have you guys kind of making sure you take the brunt of whatever happens. The javelins will control down a couple times. Not so that they are too narrow, but just enough. Center there. Perfect. All of the infantry all together. Missiles in guard mode. We'll have you guys up front. We're going to try to harass some of his more dangerous units. Skaven Slaves might be too up close, though. It'd be very hard to do. Okay, pull them out very wide and send them around to hit those Rattling Guns when they're in. 2 Werewolf Kin. We'll put them in the woods here in the middle. Should be able to hide just fine. Go for the Beast of Tashnar, Mist Stalkers. All is one there. We'll have the Mist Stalkers hanging out by the pond here so we can make sure we secure this area. Beast of Tashnar in the woods. Skin Wolves will keep them behind the squad for now. They can respond to any kind of nonsense with the Clan Rat summons very quickly. Then we'll have the Trolls rolling with Throg. His Honor Guard in the center. Perfect.
Destroy their world!
We'll really want to keep an eye on Thoth the Unclean. We want him to stay as kind of away from his big blob. He can give a plus 16 bonus V large to everyone that he is surrounded by. I believe it's a 35-meter radius, so we'll be able to do a lot of damage to all of our trolls pretty quick. All the monsters' infantry is 1, Throg is 1, and then minute 6 before the World Walkers arrive. Let's get this battle going. No sense in waiting.
Very well!
We'll bring the infantry and then all of the Skin Wolves up into position. I don't mind having them standing in the water a little bit there so the Javelin can make full use of what we've got.
So be it!
Something a little bit more like that. We'll bring these guys forward, the Mist Stalkers into the center of the lake. Beast of Tashnar around as well. Then we'll have Throg and the first part of his Honor Guard moving forward. These others can kind of hang back. We're going to use Throg's Copious Vomit to kind of weaken some of these Storm Vermin. There's halberds on the side. Let's give them a bad time. We're at Summon of Clan Rats. Where are my werewolves? They moved up a little bit too fast. I was trying to keep them nearby. Just flee on away where the werewolves jump over and help. No reason to take free casualties. Wulfrik's squad is here. We've got 47 seconds before the enemy arrives, so actually let's send Wulfrik in. Hang out in the center of the lake here. Bring Jurgesh to the middle. His champions are very tired because they were in march stance, but we can bring them on in. Champions as the flank forces. Javelin men, get to your position. You two move out on this flank. Got anyone down from trying to get in. Bring your javelins around at this point. Got 10 seconds before their reinforcements arrive. Go ahead and bring everyone here to the center. Bring these javelin guys all the way through. And then you two all the way through as well, if you can. It'll be quite the journey. Alright, Throg, you are very close. Go ahead and blast these Storm Vermin here. Didn't have to get too much closer to that one. Cast and run. Here come the Mutant Ogres. You should be able to outrun them, though. If not, we've got Trolls nearby to help. Throt is descending as well. He should be... Wow, he moves very fast on that rat. Now just keep running. Nope, they'll get bogged down. Go ahead and activate Foe Seeker. We'll bring Wulfrik over if we need to. As well as all the trolls. Looks like they've summoned some rats in our army. Several of them, looks like. A wee bit obnoxious. Alright, so Throg is going to keep running on over. We need to get the rest of the forces deployed, so let's get the mammoths on in. And the skin wolves, all of them. Bring them forward to this position in the center. Throg managed to escape. Perfect. Actually, let's turn around and deal with this mutant ogre here. Wulfrik. Wulfrik, go ahead and stop Throt here with the Heart of Champions, or the Hunter of Champions. Speed yourself up. Sword of Torgold. If we're in for the fight, we're in for the fight. Where are my skin wolves at? Bring them over. Summoning some rats in on our back line. Shouldn't be scared of that at all. Mist Stalkers, come on over. We need your help. Anyone who gets too close, we're going to give them a real bad time. Looks like the rat ogres have come on in as well. What's good, Throt? Are you going to flee? Alright, it's time for our Marauders to get into the fight. Bring our mammoths in as well. Where can find someone to punch? Got a bunch of guys back here doing nothing. Wow, we're losing this Settra fight quite badly. Those rattling guns are able to fire in. Alright, Beasts of Tashnar, we need you to go around the outside. Horse Masters as well. We've got to find those rattling guns. All of our javelins need to start moving in and start throwing those where they can. We are going to lose Wulfrik. He's being brought down quite quickly by the absolute goon squad on him. We're actually going to need to hit the Everlasting Crown there. Oh, we didn't do it in time. He's no longer unbreakable. Unfortunate. Go ahead and activate some Withering here in the middle. Drop all of these rats' armor. Once that activates, we'll go for a Pit of Shades as well. And we're definitely going to lose Wulfrik. He's going to get wounded. Drop that edge and try to keep him safe on his way out. Fight your way through into those Skaven Slave slings. You go around as well. Our infantry teams need to be moving over.
The gods demand it!
They've got the surround off on us. You guys get on the behind there. Charge in. Skin Wolves, where are you guys at? Bring it. Wulfrik barely makes it out, but Throg is probably not going to. Wow. That bonus versus large really not messing around. Let's go hunt down those Grey Seers. Alright, Throg, let's pull you on away. With those javelins, find some purchase in his scaly hide there.
Yes, Lord!
Marauders, come hunt these guys down. Get Skin Wolves finally closing the gaps there. You're not fighting anyone, you should be changing that post-haste. Drop an Enfeebling Foe down on Throth the Unclean. Weaken him as much as we can. Turn and help out those Skin Wolves there. Lightning drop in that group, that's going to be a nasty hit. Gotta respect it. Go ahead and drop this down on Throth the Unclean once more. Another Pit of Shades. Blend up as many of these poor fools as we can. Hither, rats. Time is nigh to die. Alright, the Rattling Guns are finished. We'll go ahead and deal with the Grey Seer now. Deal with this Brood Horror.
Yes, Lord!
Keep you guys in guard mode so they will keep fighting. Let him replenish. We'll charge in and pull him back. Smash in and run on away. Keep throwing javelins. Anyone who is a missile troop. Missiles on Throt. Frog will throw Seafang through the line. Oh, well, it doesn't work if you activate other abilities. Seafang through the line. Jurgesh. We really need you to kind of stay away. Let's throw some rocks at this guy here. We'll drop down an Enfeebling Foe. Weaken the one we can. Fighting Gorich as well, so we definitely need him to get some help. Doug, come on over. Donnie.
That's what the master's been.
Keep slicing. We're just going to ignore... Good old plan of ignore Hannibal. Hannibal's dangerous, and we've taken so many casualties. Awesome to see. Yeah, our mage is getting bullied. Gorich is no joke at all. Drop the leadership on everyone here. Or completely miscast. That's awesome to see.
The dark gods command me. Waste no time.
Okay, so the 3 miniguns that are back are charging in is continuing to fire. No good at all.
Chaos Marauders!
Drop the Hunter of Champions on Throth the Unclean once more there. Hounds, come on in. Keep chucking those javelins.
Love them! Attack!
You finish off the Grey Seer. Rattling guns are gone. Perfect. Ooh, hard fought, but a victory. Man, I do not want to even look at how many we lost. There was a lot of rats here fighting. We lost one of our men. No, Donnie! Rest in peace, you beautiful boy. Oof, the most Pyrrhic of Pyrrhic victories. Man, we lost so many units there. Including our mammoth that has been in it since the very beginning, and the Maws of Savagery. Good grief. And this was not an army that was any threat at all. They just managed to really outmaneuver me and make real good use of all of Throth the Unclean's abilities there. So, we got played. Learned a good lesson. We will have to add some Troll Guardians there to this group. And we'll definitely have to take some turns to grab some more mammoths. That's really unfortunate. Go ahead and occupy Volksgrad there. No reason to do anything else. We need some replenishment now really quickly. We can finish off the rats. You're at Novchazi, and that should finish them for once and for all. Even saltier than I was last episode. Oof. Okay. Let's go ahead and add in some points for Throg. Make up for what has happened here. We'll go for Deadly Onslaught for himself, and then the bit of Quicksilver. Activate that speed a little bit higher.
The Eternal Challenger.
Jerkesh, we will give you the Mentor ability, like I said previously.
That was
my Skin Wolf. Give you Woundmaker, and then start working on probably the Unnatural Thirst for you as well.
I eat my
Woundmaker for you. That damage up a little bit higher. And then perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's what we've got. Got 15,000 gold now to work with after that victory, though, so we can do some recruiting. We'll go for some trolls to replace those that he lost, as well as, man, he lost your entire front line, pretty much. All of the weak Humies were slain. We'll grab 2 more Normie Marauders. And then, who else did you lose? Did you lose a unit of Werekin as well, or some Skin Wolves? Indeed. Skin Wolves were lost, and then more frontline as well. I think I would rather get some Horse Masters. I don't want to pay for their upkeep, or I don't have to wait when I have to wait 2 turns for them. Things just that are cost 1 turn for Throg right now. I think we'll go for 1 more unit of Ice Trolls. These are definitely his more elite units by far. Wulfrik will have to wait till next turn to actually start recruiting in for you. That's kind of what I was doing up here in the north. Was getting a couple more war mammoths to bring them over to bring into Wulfrik's army. It would be quite the journey, but very much worth it. Well, recruit on up. Still mourning the loss of our mammoth. We'll come on over here and bully Leif for it. You have landed on our shores. We will give this one to the auto-resolve, as we should have to the previous. And after this victory over foolish Vedaheimlings, we will sacrifice these captives for a bit more gold. Gain Carl, a Marauder champion, or a Marauder Chariot, even though he is not here. We march back into the Isle of Wights. No. You cannot. Let's do some raiding, and we'll come on back this direction. If Barodin would like to fight after that battle, I'm happy to take him up for one. We'll grab, instead of stand or die or fight or die, more melee attack or more melee defense. I think melee defense is always better than attack.
A certainty.
Vigo. More damage, and then for Carl, I don't know that I actually want you on a chariot. You'll be way too easy to bog down in a fight. We'll give you back on the Warhorse. And then we'll go for Earthing. You don't blow yourself up as much. Perfect. And with that, that is all the time I've got for today. I have been Space Wars in Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and I will see you on the next one.